Welcome back. I'm Joe Elkier here with my colleague Damian White. This is the Gold Spot. Damian, next week, the 22nd, we have the big BRICS meeting starting, and it's going to be very influential. Overall, it's 40% of the world's population, so there's going to be lots of influence coming out of the meetings in South Africa. Can you give us a little idea what's on the agenda, some other aspects?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's not a whole lot happening right now in the summer months. We're into August now, but this is a big thing on the world stage. It's happening next Tuesday. It's being hosted this year, the 2023 BRICS Summit, which is being held in South Africa this year. That's, of course, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are the main components. Like Joe mentioned, 40% of the world's population lives in those countries, and those countries generate 26% of the world's GDP. So there's a lot of activity there. There is a lot of eyes on it. Of course, Russian President Vladimir Putin is going to be going in by video conference because there's a global arrest warrant for him, probably issued by us, I would imagine. But all the countries are going to be looking into it. One of the things on the agenda is there's about 23 additional countries that are looking to join this group and start getting away from the faction of the Western United States and European countries. Those include a lot of Middle Eastern ones. Saudi Arabia is probably the big headliner on there that they're looking into. And so we don't know what is actually going to be resolved, but that is part of the agenda of them to join it and expand the BRICS nations. Additionally on that is the new currency. So this is happening next Tuesday. I believe it's August the 22nd. They're going to be doing the meeting, and I'm not sure how long it is, but it's going to be a multi-day meeting. And they're talking about doing a competing currency to the US dollar. I think we've talked about this before on the Gold Spot, but we are getting very close to the date. So I would think that some of the Western leaders are starting to become a little bit concerned about it. The US dollar has been losing a little bit of its grip over the course of the last couple of years. Transactions around the world are dropping. A lot of countries are starting to pull away from using the US dollar as their currency. So
India, just last week, I think, did their first trade with Saudi Arabia for oil. So if that's any indication of what could happen with Saudi Arabia's entry into BRICS.
Yeah, absolutely. That's getting a lot of pushback, but that is the thing to keep your eyes on now going forward. I think the next meeting after that in regards to any kind of importance will be the United States Jackson Hole speech for the central bankers, and that will come up in September. So those are the two big things coming on the calendar. Just keep prepared to watch it. They should have some sort of an effect on gold. Obviously, a competing currency that is backed by gold should have an impact not only on the price but on the usage and maybe trying to rein in some of this fiat nonsense that the Western worlds have gotten into, especially over the last few years. So keep your eyes on that. And
the rich men north of Richmond are going to keep us on our toes. Go to our website, check it out, request information. We're here to help. We're here to help you sift through all this information. We'll see you next week on the Gold Spot.